Okay, so welcome to our lesson on the possessive adjectives. That is something that we have learned as well. So all this week is just basically basics, just because you already have your mock to worry about, so I don't want to put that much knowledge on your plate. So just possessive adjectives. Why do we call them adjectives? Because they are describing the noun it follows. Why don't we call them articles? It is a very, very good question, and I think it's just the way that it is. It does define whether it is masculine, feminine, or plural. I think it's probably because it describes the fact that it's yours or mine or theirs, but it really describes the property of the person. Anyway, so you would know, you might have forgotten, but I'm sure you've learned that before, that the my, your, hers, ours, and all that jazz actually changes with the noun it's describing. So if I'm talking about my book, knowing that book is masculine, then we're going to have to use the masculine form of my. And here it's mon, mon, for the masculine. And then if you say my table, knowing that table is feminine, you have to use the feminine form of my, which is ma, M-A. And it means my, but for the feminine. And the same thing, if you have something plural, so let's say my tables, yeah, you can say that, my tables, then in that case, you will have me, which is the plural form of my. So it's not a concept that actually exists in English. You just have my, whatever it is that you're talking about. But the fact that for French everything is either feminine or masculine actually makes things a little bit more complicated. And that's part of the charm of the language. Yeah, happy days. So we have different forms for my, for your, which is below, and for her and his is the same. So basically we don't make a difference if we say it's her book or it's his book. We don't make any difference for that. However, we do make a difference if the book is feminine, masculine, or plural. So here it's masculine, so you'd say son. But if you're talking about a table, whether it's the table of Lucy or if it's the table of Leo, in any case, you just say sa, because what matters here is actually the gender of the item that is owned and not the owner. For our table, our book, we don't have any difference between the masculine and the plural. The masculine and the feminine, only with the plural, which changes to nos, N-O-S. And then vous is exactly the same, and il and elle is exactly the same as well. So we have leur to say their table, their book. Here again, no distinction whether there is just a group of girls or if it's just a group of boys. It doesn't matter here because we would use the same adjective to describe the possession. There'll be their book, their table, and then you're adding s, of course, if you're talking about more than one table and more than one book. That's it. It's not really, really difficult. However, they are something that come into play when you want to say they are mine. So that is something that we won't see today because I don't want to actually confuse you. So there you are. So you have your possessive adjectives here, and I'll just let you fill in your booklet, and that shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes. Come on. Right, off you go. I have some work to do.